It's 5 minutes with me.
Hello, friends. Welcome to 5 Minutes with Marko, episode 121, and the final episode of the 2024 season. Look forward to seeing you here. Oh, seeing you, that's probably an overstatement, but engaging with you in some one-dimensional way in the new year. But today, few thoughts, a little short today. Just want to leave you with some thoughts about patience. Um, and I'm going to frame this episode as a response to a question. Here's the question. What do you find just unavoidably takes time? And let me be clear, I'm not really asking about what takes time in your schedule. I'm more focusing on what results take time. So, no shocker here. I'm old. And while I tend to normally be a bit averse to age group stereotypes, I mean, I sure don't want to be stereotypes with most other 60 somethings. I do think there's an age generalization I can fairly make as a precursor to responding to that question. Older youth workers don't usually struggle as much with patience. There's mostly only one reason for this. Even though many of us, myself included, were once quite impatient, we couldn't still be in youth ministry if we didn't pick up a bit of patience along the journey. In other words, youth workers who stay impatient usually move on to other ministries or even other jobs, ones that have a more reliable return on investment, a quicker feedback loop, something to chalk up as a result other than, well, no one intentionally farted during the prayer tonight, which I think we can all agree doesn't play too well as a success metric in your monthly report to the church board. I'm showing my skirt here. You can already tell how I'm going to answer this question, right? Everything in youth ministry unavoidably takes time. Sure, that's a little bit of an overstatement. There are a few things that don't have to take time, or really hardly ever do take time. Ruining your reputation, destroying trust with a student, making an enemy out of a parent. But most things in youth ministry, at least the really good things, take time and patience. And maybe that's because God is maddeningly patient. I mean, I'm really glad God is patient when it comes to my stuff, my wrongheadedness, my brokenness, my growth. But if I'm honest, I sometimes wish God cared a bit more about speediness when it comes to transforming teenagers. Sure, there are occasional overnight 180 changes stories we pass around. Why does it always seem that some speakers have these as their own stories and assume everyone else should or will be the same? But most change takes time. Most transformation, at least the good God stuff, takes place as a journey of subtle shifts. Most passion develops gradually. Most insight isn't acquired in a flash. Most commitments, while they may appear to happen all at once the last night of camp, are a long series of fits and starts that gradually settle into resolve and a deeper knowing. No question about it. Pretty much all the really deeply good stuff of youth ministry requires patience because God doesn't care much about speed. One of my primary prayers for youth workers is God, give us patience. God, give me patience. Merry Christmas, friends.
The Youth Cartel Podcast Network.